Hey guys, so I had a question, or I guess, yeah, a question, or suggestion, I guess is a better word, that I should do like my top 10 favorite things I couldn't live without right now, so to speak. And so I thought, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And I can still do that too, but I kind of had this idea too, to do my top 10 fall palettes, which I know not everybody needs 10 fall palettes, but maybe you need one good fall palette, and I can give you an idea to do, you know, to purchase one or utilize one that's already in your collection. So that's what this video is for. It's going to be kind of quick, I hope. I hope I don't ramble too much. So I just want to kind of go through that pretty quick and show you what I reach for most this fall. My first palette is this from Sigma. It's the Sigma Untamed palette. I hope I have a video up on this, but if I don't, this is a new palette to my collection. I've used it a couple of times. And I like this palette a lot. It is a beautiful palette first and foremost, but these colors through here, like all these colors, just scream fall to me. Just those middle 6 right here, like those are fall colors, and I could just use those and and do so much. So I really love this palette, and it just, the quality is amazing. I'll swatch a few of these. I won't swatch the whole palette, but that top one is Hustle, the next one is Envy, and the last one is Boho. Aren't those beautiful? I just love those shades. I think they're gorgeous, and they're such a wonderful formula. I had never tried Sigma's formula before this, and I truly, truly love it. I think that it's amazing, and if you are looking for a good fall palette, I think this is it. The only reason I'm putting this one at number 10 is just because I've not had it very long. I've not got to play with it as long as some of these others, and that's just where it ranks for right now. Just know that the ranking system on this doesn't really mean much, because I love all of these palettes. Truly, I do. And it's just kind of, I had to put which ones I reach for the most at the top. So this is a great palette. My next one is also sort of new. This is from C Color Cosmetics. This is the Sundown palette. There are 2 Sundown palettes on their website, which I did not realize. But this one is, of course, the warmer toned fall palette. I just love this. I wanted it for the yellow colors in this, because I just think they're gorgeous. C Color has such an amazing formula. I think that they totally knock it out of the park, and they're totally affordable, so that makes them even better in my opinion. So I just love this palette. I truly think you can't beat a C Color palette. You just can't. I think that they, for the price and the quality, you can't beat it. So if you're looking for an affordable palette, check out C Color, because they dupe a lot of palettes. This is a dupe of the Natasha Denona Sunset palette, I believe. So check it out. It's totally worth your time, trust me. I swatched a few shades. They don't have shade names, so I can't tell you what the shades are. But of course, I said I wanted it for some of these yellow tones, and that's why I swatched that one. This one's more orange. I guess these 2 are more orange. But I just love these shades, and I think they're gorgeous, and I just love it. I just love it. I didn't have a lot of yellow in my collection prior to ordering this. Since I think I've kind of collected a little bit more. But to get such a nice palette for such an affordable cost, there's a lot of great browns in here, so you can really build with the browns. And also get a good mirror. I mean, it's just a great palette. So if you're looking for one, check out C Color. The next palette, I've had this palette for quite some time now. I don't remember when I actually purchased it. But it truly is like one of my favorites. And I had to blow it off because I use it so much. See how loved it is. But this is the ABH and Jackie Aina palette. Oh my gosh, is this not a beautiful palette for fall? First of all, you've got these, let's talk about these tones here, these 6 tones. Hello, it's fall. If you ever thought about fall, right there it is. But then you've got these like cooler tones a little bit with the purples and then the pink, and I just love it. I just think it's great. And this pop right here of red, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. I had never used this until I did that dupe video, and I was like, holy cow, this is amazing. So, of course, I've used it since. The ABH formula is one that is pretty impeccable. Like, you can't beat it. So, if it's ever something you wanted to check out, trust me, it'll be worth it. Okay, that first swatch is bad just because it was on my knuckles, so please do forgive. That is the shade Pinker. The next shade, maybe one of my favorite shades ever, is called Sponsored. The next shade is Zam. Then the following shade is the Wigglies, that red, like, it's like a burnt red shade. It's so pretty. And then this shade here is Ginger, and this one is Edges. I love this palette. Just look how pretty that is. This green shade has such a shift to it. It's like, it's definitely a duochrome, but I mean, like, just, you compare it with so many things. It's just gorgeous. So I think that this is definitely a great palette for fall if you're looking for one. Or if you have it in your collection, whip it out and utilize it. I don't know if I showed you the outside of the packaging. This is what the outside looks like. How beautiful is it? And again, the inside, and you got a nice little mirror on there, and you get a brush with it too, so can't really go wrong with that. And this palette, I did not purchase this when it first came out, and it's been out for about a year. It's relatively new, but not super new. And it was hard not to put this up closer to the top, but we'll stick it here. This is the Tati Beauty palette. This is her only palette she's come out with so far. This is the volume 1 textured neutrals. How gorgeous is this? I just love it. When I look at it, I just love it. And this huge mirror that you get in here, I mean, hello there. Can you see that? I just think it's absolutely amazing. And there's so many good shades in here. The oranges, those oranges are just amazing on their own. And you guys know I'm not a glitter girl, okay? I don't wear a lot of glitter, and I'm gonna swatch some glitter for you because just because I don't do a lot of glitter, I'm gonna swatch you some so you can see. So I just swatched all the glitters for you, okay? Again, I hit my knuckle there. I'm sorry, I shouldn't do that. But that's starting from this way and working my way over. That's Poet, Aura, Soothe, Story, Ritual, and Memory. And that's all the glitters. So look how pretty those are. They swatched amazing. Like, they could have went on and on and on, but I quit when I did. But look how opaque some of those are. They're just absolutely gorgeous. This one is so pretty. They're just all gorgeous. You can't go wrong with any of them. I just went and washed my hand because I knew that wasn't going to come off of the wipe. But this is just such a gorgeous palette. I love this palette so much. I can't tell you just how much I love it. I don't utilize it as much as I should, but it's such a good one if you've ever thought about purchasing it. I think it's still for sale. I'm not sure. But it's definitely worth it if you are considering it. This is a very new, addition to my collection. And I'm putting it in here because the look I created with it is bar none gorgeous. It's like one of my favorite looks I've ever created. This is the Pat McGrath Eye Ecstasy Sublime palette. When I did check just the other day, these are still for sale. I paid $14 for this palette. And it is small, yes. You only get 5 shadows, but oh my gosh, for 14 bucks in Pat McGrath's formula, you really can't beat it. It is amazing. I use all 5 of these shadows, and they are gorgeous. Gorgeous. This Corruption shade is like maybe my favorite. I don't know. I like them all. the feeling of these shadows is just like, just amazing. Like there's nothing that feels this good. I say that about a lot, I know, but they're just so, they just feel so good. They're so buttery, so smooth. I just absolutely love them. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them all. But here they are. This is the corruption shade that I was talking about. It's like a duochrome. How gorgeous. Look at all those shades. So pretty. They are shades that are in her other palettes, but if you want a semi-inexpensive, beautiful palette from Pat McGrath, this is the way to go. And you better get it before it goes away for good, because it's on sale, so it's probably going to go pretty quickly. But these are absolutely gorgeous. Like this is showing up like a burgundy color to you guys, and when I look down from this angle, it looks like kind of like a copperish color, which is so cool. There's just that duochrome effect is amazing. It truly is. I hope you can kind of see it a little bit. It's so cool. My hand's gonna love me when I'm done. But that is definitely one of my favorites to grab for fall. The next one, this was a very affordable option, and probably next to the Sea Color, it's probably my most affordable. This is the BH Chillin' in Chicago palette. How beautiful are these shades? How beautiful are these shades? I mean, come on, y'all. They're gorgeous. I love this palette. The BH formula is so like buttery smooth. It is unreal. It really, truly is. And I will only swatch a few just so this video doesn't get super long. But it is such a beautiful, beautiful palette. And for the price, for the quality, it's one that you really, for fall, is perfect. You can't go wrong with this one either. I think that this orangey shade is absolutely beautiful right here. And this, I mean, these mattes are gorgeous. This shimmer shade is gorgeous. I just absolutely love them. I think they're gorgeous. Can I say gorgeous another time? Because they're gorgeous. You get a nice little mirror in this palette. It's just a beautiful, beautiful palette, and it's a beautiful formula. It truly, truly is. Some people have said that their formula had been hit and miss in the past, but I think that they kind of worked the kinks out of it now, and their newer palettes, you don't have to worry about that. So I have no complaints. This is amazing. So definitely, if it's something you're thinking about, I would suggest to go for this one. And these next four, they are new to my collection, but I bought them with the intention of, oh, that's going to be perfect for fall. So that's why they are my top four. This is the Pure and Raw Beauty Christie palette. I love this palette so much. I truly do. It is so gorgeous. It's a double-sided palette, so this is my fall side, of course. How beautiful are those shades? They're gorgeous. The payoff you get from them, you can't, like, it's unmatched. They're pressed pigments, so that's why you get such a good color payoff. But then on the other side, you get your colorful side. How pretty is that? And then you can still use some of these colors over here for a fall. And even like I used this on my bottom lash line when I did a look with it, and it was so pretty. So I'll just swatch a few shades there for you. But so, so beautiful. I love this palette so much. It's really one of the best in my collection, and I cannot say enough good things about it. I love it. It's beautiful. There's only 2 shimmer shades in the whole palette, so you got a lot of mattes to work with, and there's just so much you can choose from. So this palette is wonderful, and of course, this is my favorite side. I'm that basic that I love this side of the palette. So yeah, it's perfect. Wonderful. Love this palette. This next palette, it was hard not to put this one up like at 1 or 2, but it still came in at 3. This is a newer palette too for me. This is the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. This was delivered. This was released for summer, and this is what it looks like. But to me, you could definitely use this for summer. I'm not saying you can't, okay? I think it's absolutely gorgeous in the summer. But even for carrying it into the fall, I can't talk. Carrying this into the fall, hello, how gorgeous is it to be carried into the fall? I think that this palette is absolutely spectacular. The Natasha Denona formula is absolutely spectacular. If you've not heard me say it, here I am saying it again. I just think that she, like, this might be like my favorite formula, eyeshadow formula. Even though Pat McGrath does like an amazing formula, I think that Natasha may, I mean, it's big words, but she might just surpass everybody for me. I just love her formula. Like, it's just so good. I can't say that about everybody. Like, I just think that her formula is so buttery, so smooth, so phenomenal. It was just that good. Like, I always thought, I don't need to, I can always, you know, use my shadows that I have. I don't need the Natasha Denona formula, and I've had to eat my words because I absolutely love her formula. I don't know what it is exactly that she does, but oh my gosh, is it gorgeous. She does it right. Whatever she does it right. So here are some swatches. How pretty. They're just absolutely gorgeous. This shade right here it's the silk shade. I had to think about it. But that shade could like go on and on and on and on. It is so amazing. Oh, it's just so pretty. And this is the rhodium shade. This is High Degree. This one is Gloaming, Deep Dive, and Ridge. I love them. They're good. I just wore this like, I think it was yesterday. I have no trouble when it comes to Alex with Natasha. Like, no trouble. They're just so pretty. They're easy to work with. I just can't say enough good things about her formula. I really can't. It's that good. I don't know that I can pay $129 for her palette. I don't know that I can do that yet. But these $65 palettes, I think I can do that. So that's why I promote the $65 palette. I don't know about those $129 palettes. That's just a lot. That is a lot. So I'm only promoting the 65. Just wanted to throw that out there. Natasha Denona is coming to BoxyCharm for the month of November. She has a exclusive 5-pan palette. She is putting in the BoxyCharm for November, and I believe like 1 million of the subscribers are supposed to get that. So although it's not guaranteed, it's in the base box. So that's just the $25 box, and Natasha Denona is going to be in it. That's pretty amazing. So this next palette should not surprise you in the least. This is the Pumpkin Spice palette from Too Faced. I love this palette. This is a good palette. I did my 3 Looks 1 palette. It's a good one. It's a good one, guys. If you have any of the Too Faced palettes, you know that the formula is pretty good. This one is impeccable. I know that some people talk about how they're hit and miss. I'm sorry, I don't know that because this is my first palette, so I don't know that it's hit and miss. I've only heard that. So if you have missed in the past, know that this one's a hit, is all I can say. But you know, I love this formula. The shadows, they perform well. Like the quality on the shadows is pretty spectacular. I'm just going to swatch a few because my swatches are just getting worse and worse. I think it's because I keep on wiping off with the makeup wipe, and just the residue just kind of, no matter how much I do wipe the residue off, it's still there. So I just love this formula. I think it's a good one. I don't think that there's a shadow in here that performs badly. It's just really that good. So there's so many good shadows in here to be used, and I just think that it's absolutely spectacular. So this is definitely one that I have been reaching for quite a bit and continue to reach for. So this is number 2 for me. You guys, please don't shoot me over this because you're tired of hearing me talk about it. My number 1 palette for fall is the Natasha Denona Glam palette. This palette is amazing. For fall, in the cooler weather, I like to go to cooler tones. That's just like, I kind of go from warmer tones in the warmer weather to cooler tones in the cooler weather. That's just kind of how I am. But I love this palette. It's so beautiful. And there are some warmer tones in this palette too. So it's not like, you know, that I'm completely neglecting those warm tones. But I love this palette. I have it on my eyes today. I have 2 shades on my eyes. That's it. How beautiful is it? And how dimensional is it? Oh wait, I have 3 because I have the brow bone shade. But yeah, 3 shades. That's it. I love this formula. It's amazing. It's amazing. But what I did was I put this all over my lid and this in the outer corner just to deepen it up. And then I put the brow bone shade on the brow bone. That was it. That was as intricate as I got at, you know, 7 o'clock this morning. So, but again, her formula, I think even the bronze palette was amazing, but this formula to me is even better than the bronze for some reason. I don't know why, but even the formula in this is better. So the bronze is amazing and spectacular, but this one just, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because it's my first palette. And if you can't tell, she's getting a lot of love. She has been used quite a bit. So here are a few of the swatches. I'm sorry that it's not the best quality in the world because I had issues. I'll try to get a little bit closer there. But these are some of my favorite shades. Of course, I love all the shades in the palette. This is by far my favorite for fall. It really is. And you say, well, that doesn't look like all the other fall palettes you were showing us. And it doesn't. It's very unique in the color scheme, being the cooler tones. And it just, you know, it's not necessarily the fall colors, but it is a fall palette for me. This will be a year-round palette for me, to be quite honest. I just love it that much. So, I'll wear it all the time. But this eye look, I love just doing the 2 shades. Like, there's so much dimension in one shade that is enough for the eye. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. Please excuse, I've had a mask on and stuff, so my makeup doesn't look the greatest right now. It's definitely been on more than 12 hours at this point. But I absolutely I love this eyeshadow formula. It's amazing. So this is my #1 for fall for sure. There's just so much to be done with this palette and I just love it. So I'm already dipping down into these shades because I use them that much. Let's do a quick recap of all of my palettes. So number 10 was the Sigma Untamed palette. I'll give you a quick little look at it again. Number 9 was the Sea Color Sundown palette. Number 8 was the ABH and Jackie Aina palette. Have to make sure that that brush didn't fall out. Number 7 is the Tati Beauty palette. Number 6 is my Pat McGrath Eye Ecstasy Sublime palette. It's only 5 shades, but it's still that good. Number 5 is my Chillin' in Chicago from BH Cosmetics. Number 4 is the Pure Raw Beauty Christie. I'll show you the other side. Here's the other side. Number 3 is the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. Here's what she looks like on the inside. Number 2 was the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. It smells so good. As soon as I open it up, I can smell it before I open it, but especially when I do. And number 1 was my Natasha Denona Glam palette. Isn't she beautiful? I just think it's gorgeous. Did you see it? But these are my top 10 fall palettes. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. I know that they're not super affordable, but I've said this before and I'll say it again. Where I spend most of my money is eyeshadow and foundation. That's where like I put the majority of my money to for, you know, makeup. But of course, I spend money on other things. I'm not trying to say that I don't, but that's usually what I will spend more money on is foundations and eyeshadows. And I think eyeshadow palettes are kind of what most people spend a little bit more money on than other things in their collections. But with that being said, I did give you a couple cheaper options there. And I just think that BH Cosmetics and C Color are two of the best eyeshadow formulas I have found that are affordable. Let's have an honorable mention, shall we? These are my honorable mentions. This is the e.l.f. Bite Size Eyeshadows. If you want something just quick, easy, and that is painless, these are $3, okay? $3 for 4 shadows. And this right here is the Pumpkin Pie palette. This is, you can't get more fall than this right here. This has the 4 colors you need to build a super cute eye look. And if you want to get a little bit crazy, a little bit more dimensional, go ahead and pick up the Cream and Sugar. Yeah, Cream and Sugar, the same one. So you're spending $6 for 8 shadows, and then you have a little bit more dimension. Very basic, but also very wearable. Or pick up the Truffles and Pumpkin Pie. The Truffles can be something kind of comparable to, not formula-wise, but color-wise, it can be kind of comparable to the Natasha Denona Glam palette. Here's the Natasha Denona Glam palette in the e.l.f. form, and the Natasha Denona Bronze palette in e.l.f. form. It's totally a joke, guys. But these bite-sized eyeshadows are amazing. So if you need something just super affordable, these are the way to go. Because the formula on these blew me away when I tried it. Because I had tried e.l.f. eyeshadows before and had not been impressed. And then I tried that, and I was seriously mind blown. So, hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I wasn't too boring and too crazy. I feel so scattered. But I do appreciate you watching, and thank you guys so much for just being supportive of my YouTube channel. I am so grateful, and I just appreciate you so very much. I say it all the time, but I mean it. I truly do. And it's not just a force of habit that I say that for. I truly do. So thank you so very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.